guest tonight is an author, a New York Times columnist, and a three-time Pulitzer Prize winner. Please welcome Thomas L. Friedman. Nice to see you again.
Great to be here.
It's like old home week. I haven't talked in a long time. Mr. World is flat. Mr. Globalization. Yeah. Let me ask you a question before we get on to your book here. The idea that Russia has used cyber warfare to interfere with our election over here, and the rumors that have been promulgated, even by the intelligence community, that Donald Trump might be under the thumb of the Russian government. Do you have a perspective on that in any way, Thomas?
I've been thinking about it. You know, what struck me, Stephen, listening to your opening, is that Trump could be the first president who has to recuse himself from dealing with the whole country. You know, you really do wonder how this is going to play out at their first meeting. And the whole relationship is so weird in this sense that this all started, Stephen, with Putin thinking Hillary was going to win, and he hated Hillary, and so to tweak her, he praised Trump. And Trump came back and said, hey, the guy likes me. I think he's okay too. He's a strong leader. I'd be a strong leader too if I eliminated all my opponents with poison-tipped umbrellas. You know what I mean? You can be strong. And the thing has sort of cascaded now to the point where you really wonder. When Trump says, I'd like to work with Russia. Now, by the way, I'm all for better relations with Russia, or they got a lot of nuclear weapons. But he says, well, we'll work together to fight ISIS in Syria, for instance. Well, Russia's allies fighting ISIS in Syria, called Hezbollah, Iran, and a bunch of mercenary jihadists, basically from Central Asia. Are we going to be allies with them? And it's why, Stephen, when I listen to him, you always feel like there's no second paragraph. There's always just the first paragraph. But he hasn't thought around the corner, you know, so.
Well, what did you think of the press conference today? What did you think of the press conference today? Because isn't it the press's job to get to that second paragraph? To say, okay, what is the implication of what you just said? How can you support it with any action or any plan? Because I heard a lot of first paragraphs, but no plan beyond anything. Like, for instance, he was asked, how do you replace Obamacare? It's going to be great. We're going to replace it. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to love it.
We're going to get rid of the lines. I think we're going to get rid of the lines, as I recall, between the states. And no, this is what I've worried about with him from the very beginning, because all we've heard from him now, you know, Trump tweeting and all of these things, it has one character before you're president. But beginning on January 20th, that's the President of the United States tweeting at North Korea, tweeting about Russia, tweeting about Putin. And that has wholly different implications.
Do you imagine that will change?
Boy, I hope so. I mean, you know.
Do you want to lay a bet? Now, let's talk about some other things to be anxious about or to be happy about. I'm not entirely sure yet. You've got a new book called Thank You for Being Late, an optimist's guide for thriving in the age of acceleration. First of all, what is the age of acceleration? Are we in it right now?
Yeah, the book,
how are we accelerating?
Yeah, so the book really argues that we're in the middle of three exponential accelerations, and what I call the market, Mother Nature, and Moore's Law. So Mother Nature, that's climate change, biodiversity loss, population growth. If you put it on a graph, it looks like a hockey stick. The market for me is digital globalization. That's not containers on ships, but everything's being digitized now and globalized, Facebook, Twitter, PayPal, et cetera.
The Internet of Things.
Yeah, all of that. And Moore's Law, coined by Gordon Moore in 1965, said the speed and power of microchips will double roughly every 24 months. It's now closer to 30, but it's kept up too. So we're in the middle of these three accelerations. You know, in the book I tell the story of Intel trying to explain the power of an acceleration in technology. So what they did was they took the 1971 VW Beetle and they said, what if this car improved at the same rate microchips have over the last 52 years? Well, they determined that today that car would go 300,000 miles an hour. It would get 2 million miles a gallon and cost 4 cents, okay? So that's the power of the exponential that's really driving all this technology forward.
So how do we survive in it, Thomas L. Friedman?
Well, you know, what I really argue for in the book, and the reason the book actually ends in Minnesota, where I grew up, is about finding a way to anchor yourself in the world. The book actually, Stephen, is a celebration of everything old and slow. It really argues.
Like crock pots, like slow cooking?
A little bit. It really argues that I think everything that matters today is actually all the stuff you can't download. It's the stuff you have to upload the old-fashioned way, one human being to another. You know, one of my favorite.
It's like what the president was saying, get off the internet and have a conversation with somebody.
Well, you know, and listening to that reminded me, I have a quote in the book from Vivek Murthy. He's our Surgeon General. He's an amazing guy. And we were talking about what's the most prevalent disease in America? Is it cancer, diabetes, heart disease? He said it's none of those. It's actually isolation. And so think about that. We're in the most connected age in history, and the Surgeon General says the thing that's really ailing so many people is a sense of being disconnected. And the book really, you know, the book has a kind of a theme song. I'm a big fan of Brandi Carlile, and the song is called The I, E-Y-E. The main refrain of the song is, I wrap my love around you like a chain. I never was afraid that it would die. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. And I think these accelerations are like a hurricane. I think Trump is selling a wall to the hurricane, and I'm arguing for an eye. That's the healthy community where people can be anchored in the world, feel connected, protected, and respected. And I think politics here and around the world for the next few years is going to be really a battle between the wall people and the eye people. And yeah.
Well, good luck. Good luck. I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
The book is Thank You for Being Late. The man is Thomas L. Friedman. We'll be right back, everybody.